So all the comedy in situation comedies stems from the situation, right?
Yeah.
So Family Guy doing its cutaway jokes, they're not funny.
No.
They're not jokes, they're just
Well, the problem is
references.
that, yeah, they're just references, but they're not even... Like, the cutaway in this, he says Iraqi lobster. And then he plays the song Rock Lobster to a lobster who wears like a Bin Laden-esque beard.
Yeah.
And has that sort of look to him of a Middle Eastern terrorist. Because the joke is Iraqi lobster.
Yeah.
But it isn't like clever wordplay, because there's nothing funny about a lobster that's dancing to Rock Lobster.
There's nothing funny.
Who has like a weird, who has the face of a Middle Eastern terrorist. Because why would that be funny?
It's just not.
I don't even... Do you think these make Seth MacFarlane laugh?
Yeah.
You see, a big part of good comedy as well, if you were to say what's between good and bad, is empathy for, like, it's taking piss out of powerful things, and, like, that's where, like, stuff like, I don't know, Bill Hicks takes piss out of, like, big institutions.
Yeah.
Or The Simpsons takes piss out of Fox Network and Christianity and right-wing politics, and that's why it's funny. But just to take the piss out of people who are at the bottom isn't funny. It's just like the worst kind of bottom feeding there is, isn't it?
It's just kicking someone when they're down.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's no risk at all to it, is there?
Not really, no.
Exactly.
It's like going up to somebody in school and laughing at him because he's fat.
Yeah.
And he's got pimples.
Yeah.
You know,
well, that is a joke in this, that she pops a pimple and it's really
no,
big.
True, yeah, yeah. But that's like the Family Guy's equivalent of comedy. The comedy is like, it's just bullying, basically.
It's just bullying people who are disadvantaged or ugly or... Well,
or abused.
Or abused. I even thought that they were taking, like, a piss out of, like, when they showed the abuser, he didn't go to school and he was clearly stupid, and it was almost as if that was what drove him to be abusive, because he was unemployed, and it's like, there's probably more to it than that.
Yeah, definitely.
Seth MacFarlane, what are you doing?
He's like, he's unemployed, he hates immigrants, he likes Jay Leno because he agrees with his mainstream sensibilities, like, so basically you're saying if you were raised in a white-collar American household, you're going to be an abuser.
Yeah, if you lived in a trailer, you're going to hit someone.
Yeah, that's a very fucked up opinion of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
A very horrible look at the world.
Well, if you compare that to the character of, like, Cletus in Simpsons, he is a ridiculous character. Yeah. And he has, you know, the jokes are about... But they're always more surreal.
Well, but that's the thing with Simpsons, is like, with Simpsons...
There's a love for it as well.
It's a love for it, and it's holding up a mirror to America. Like, it's taking the piss out of rednecks, and it's magnifying it.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Burns... You know, it's magnifying evil corporate leaders. You know, it's magnifying.
And even he has moments of humanism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If he was, The Simpsons would be dreadful if every character had one trait.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. they're interesting, three-dimensional characters.
Exactly.
But like, you know, you can have a situation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like in The Simpsons, you know, and you could pick two characters, and it could write itself.
Yeah.
And the comedy would write itself. Do the same thing with Family Guy.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be thinking, well, I don't really know where the comedy would come from Meg and, let's say, Peter.
Well,
I guess Peter would have to say something horrible to Meg, because Meg's, in this world, a piece of shit. Or would do a cutaway joke.
Well, I think, and all, the problem is that it feels like every single character's the same.
Yeah.
How would you define, like, Peter? And how would you define Chris? And how would you define Brian? Hateful, like, men.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, they have subtle shadings, that one of them's a teen and one of them's a sardo-intellectual. But it's just,
at the end of the day, they're all like...
They all feel like they were written by the same person.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's no, like, difference between any of the characters. It's just dreadful.
Yeah.
And also, surreal gags work if they're grounded in some kind of reality.
Exactly. It's got to work within the comedy framework you've set up.
Yeah. They can't just, like... Again, like a surreal thing in... Because I'll bring it to The Simpsons, because that is pretty much Family Guy.
I think that's a fair comparison, yeah.
A surreal joke in that is that the Troy McClure one, where he does the musical, and he does the chimpanzee to chimpanzee. It's completely ridiculous that someone would do a musical version of Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make much sense, and no one would really do it. But it's realistic enough to make sense in the universe, and Troy McClure is the kind of person who would act in that.
Yeah.
So all the joke makes complete sense within the universe, and it pushes something real just far enough for it to have a comedic impact.
What I always like, one that's really meta that I really like, is when we talk about like the quality of cartoons.
Yeah.
And they use a bit of repeated animation from like a previous season. It's like, the best thing about animation is you can reuse stuff from previous episodes and they just redub it.
Yeah.
And then Ned walks by the house and it's a different voice actor doing it. It's like, and the best thing about animation is that you can replace the voice actor and no one can tell the diddly difference.
Yeah.
It's a completely different voice. It's a really weird, surreal moment, which obviously, in the context of the show, doesn't really make any sense, but the joke works. It's still within that realm.
Yeah.
But like if it was Family Guy, I'd just cut away and do a stupid gag. South Park hits it on the nail about what Family Guy's writing style is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's just like the time when I met Knight Rider.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just,
Yes. Having only seen... I liked Family Guy as a kid.
Same, yeah.
But I don't think after... I think if you still like Family Guy after 16, it's probably not very good, is it?
No, you should probably move on to something else.
Something a bit more with something in it.
You should probably just watch South Park.
Exactly. I mean, I don't believe that anyone will, but if you can defend this episode, feel free to leave a comment. I mean, how would you even think someone would begin to defend this episode? It's indefensible, and it's not funny, and it's offensive.
Yeah, because if you're going to tackle abuse, that's not the way to go about doing it. That's not a way to solve a problem.
No.
That just, it's horribly ham-fisted and
well, as I say,
juvenile.
It just blames the victim.
Yeah. It blames the victim, and then it concludes, oh, well, I suppose we'll just kill him.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I even think maybe like, I was maybe expecting I didn't know Family Guy was that cruel-hearted, but I would have at least expected them, you know, maybe the guy going, you know what? I did wrong.
Yeah.
Or something, you know. The characters would come to terms with each other, not just murder him.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this has a very fucked up opinion of the world.
Yeah.
I hated this episode.
This episode was awful. I can't understand how people could watch this one and still want to continue with this show.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine someone watching this and thinking like, oh no, I know what I'll do. I'll watch every episode because it's still fairly big.
Yeah.
Not as big as it used to be, but it's got 2 seasons after this one.
Yeah, still going.
Even though this is by far probably the worst episode of TV I've ever seen.
Probably.
It's by far the most offensive.
Yeah.
There are probably more ineptly made well, there definitely is more ineptly made stuff.
Yeah.
But at least it probably isn't like trying to say that women who stay with their abusive boyfriends are in the wrong.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, if you were like, let's say if you were in an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what you think if you watch this.
Well, you'd probably think maybe it's mine. Imagine if you had no self-confidence and that's why you were in one and you watch this, you think, well, it is my fault.
Yeah, it just confirms it for you.
This is toxic as a work.
It is toxic, yeah. It's got the potential to be just dangerous.
Exactly, and you know, people who defend Family Guy usually say, well, you just don't like a bit of fun.
It's just funny.
Well, this isn't funny. This is actually, dangerous, isn't it?
It's dangerous, I think, yeah.
If you believe that a piece of TV or something has any kind of meaning, you would think this would be dangerous, wouldn't you? So I would advise no one to watch this, and not even to watch it in, like, some stuff like Dexter, the last episode of that, which was one of these. That was hilarious. That was worth watching. This is just, don't watch it.
Well, that's the thing, like, if something's just like aesthetically bad or unpleasing on a story level, it is quite fun to watch. Yeah. If something is genuinely offensive
and hateful
and dangerous, then like best stay clear.
Yeah.
It's best not to support it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes us hypocrites because we've just watched it on Netflix and given one more view to Seth MacFarlane, but like. If I have the choice,
but if we can get 2 people not to watch it now,
well, that's the thing. I consider that a personal. Yeah, I think we both consider that to be a personal victory.
Yeah.
No, horribly offensive.
Horribly offensive.
Unfunny. It's a horrible look at abuse.
Yeah.
And just toxic,
hateful.
What worse could there be?
Yeah,
Sure, Halo 4 sucks as a game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the apple. Oh, it's so bad. It's so camp.
Yeah.
Oh, small potatoes compared to something that's genuinely offensive.
Yeah.
And genuinely dangerous. I would avoid. It's almost like Birth of a Nation levels of offensive.
Yeah, with none of the importance.
Yeah, with none of the historical and cinematic importance. It's the Birth of a Nation and Family Guy episodes.
Yeah, the turning point.
The turning point. Yeah, maybe Seth MacFarlane will do like a quasi intolerance Cloud Atlas-esque Family Guy episode.
At least his new film was a flop, and people are seeming
glad,
to turn against his terrible brand of comedy.
Yeah, people have realised that he's not very funny.
No, he's not funny, and he's an awful human being.
If Seth MacFarlane comes across to me, obviously he didn't go to uni. By uni, there's always that twat who thinks he's popular with the ladies, he thinks he's really smart and really intelligent, but he's one of the guys. You know, he's down with the guys.
Now you see, I think because of the strain of anti-female sentiment in this, he seems to me more as the kind of guy that never got laid. And seems to be to just hate women.
He does seem to hate women.
I reckon that he seems to be the kind of person that just will now he's got his fame, he's gonna show them bitches.
Yeah. Well, like other female characters are really like Meg's abused in every single episode. Lois is a spiteful, horrible person.
Yeah.
The Lois's sisters are dotty and insane.
Yeah.
Just the list goes on.
Yeah.
Just horrible.
Horrible.
A horrible world.
Yep.
Not one I want to go back to.
No, no, no.
That's actually, I don't think I'll ever watch Family Guy again now.
After this.
Yeah.
It's achieved something good then, because now it won't get your revenue.
Yeah. I used to watch it as something to put in the background.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was in uni or something, and I guess I wasn't paying attention to the actual content. It just had in the background, just going, just for something just to have on. But if you actually properly watch it, it's just it's toxic.
Yeah, you see.
Fuck it.
Fuck this episode. The next one will be more fun. We'll pick something that's funny bad.
Are we going to reveal what it is?
No. We'll leave you guessing.
Can we say what the medium is?
Film?
I was thinking more video game.
We'll do a video game that's hilariously bad. I actually looked. Final Fantasy 13 is considered the worst.
I'm not going back there. No. Right.